Hey everyone! Here's your recap for episode 26, The Tales of Tarrow, Volume 1. The Tales of Tarrow is a 3-volume arc where each of the characters got to have a one-on-one session with Tyler. We've decided to split it into 3 volumes. So, Volume 1 is going to be just Nameless and Lolly. Let's get into the action. The Mountain Dews are back, baby, for the first of 3 chapters of the Tales of Tarrow. Their trip to Tarrow is proving to be an interesting one, as the night spent at the Crooked Raven breaks into morning, refreshed and ready for whatever comes their way. Tarrow is a vast and trying city, but the Dews have the patience to see it through. Our first journey in the Gleaming City finds Nameless making her way to the Bovasia National Library, a grand stone building much older in style and material than much of the Steel City around her. Even stepping up to the door is a feat of courage, as a relaxed, ancient red dragon sits beside the doors, sizing up each creature that patters up and down the steps. Needing to step away from his stare, and excited to get into the halls of the library to see what information she could find, she hurried up the steps. Finding not only a glorious 10-story building filled end to end with books, Nameless found a curiouser sight than she had seen in quite a while. Animals roamed free in this library. In fact, Panther wasn't stopped or stared at by any members of the halls. Upon asking one of the animals for assistance, she was amazed to realize the animals were the librarians, each one either assisting a patron or organizing the books.
Thank you. I have money for you. Is it all worth... I don't know. Here's a silver, too.
As you put the silver in, the cat, rubs up on your hand a little bit, and as he steps away, as he steps down from the staircase and then, goes about his business, he doesn't look back to you, but you do hear, "It's okay, everybody's first time is a little weird."
He has a tongue, Panther.
Being led to the scrolls and scripts the library had on the subject, she sits to read about the Bronze Wolves. What she finds there is less than stellar. Accounts of massive attacks, biological weaponry, and the destruction of several settlements. It seems the Bronze Wolves are quite the plague on Lorethia. Needing to distract from that news, she gains the help of one of the advisors to help her in finding any information about Kalenth. Stumping the advisor, the only account of the name Kalenth that comes up is in the Journal of Thalis, a wizard of some centuries past. The passage itself was found to be enchanted in some way to disguise the text there, but she was able to decipher it was about Kalenth themselves, written in hectic hand. Upon exiting the library, she greeted the dragon and during the conversation let slip her possession of the mansion of Jacarius.
You are in his claw,
as well
as and he scoops up Panther as well, and then he's just immediately in the air. And as you look down, there are the square right around the library. People are just on the ground from the wind pressure of him just skyrocketing into the air.
While several hundred feet above the city, he spoke of secrecy and how she should not so willingly and openly talk about the mansion, especially towards dragons. Nameless took his advice and, learning his name was Cindric, took her leave. She made her way to the guild halls of Bovasia, looking for hunters who knew how to divinate people's location so she could find Herrick, her old mentor. Once the spell is cast, the divinator is able to see Herrick walking, but soon after the image goes black, meaning someone is attempting to prevent scrying eyes. Troubled, but satiated for now, Nameless made her way back to the Crooked Raven. During Lolly's exploits, she decided the monument at the head of town was her first stop. She wanted to see the comings and goings, to assess any new technology she had never witnessed or known before, and continue to search for purpose. The trip proved semi-fruitful, giving her information on strange batons used by the city guards. Making her way down to the city park, Lolly found a comfy patch of grass by the lake to sit down in, adjust her notes, and have a moment's rest. During which she was gently disturbed by a trio of passerby, asking her invasive questions, albeit politely. By the end of the conversation, it was clear that this group would end up hurting her if she didn't comply.
You can just tie me up, that's fine.
And so they bind you up.
But tell me they're like really bad knots so I can get out of them.
As you step into the like as they bind it up and as you're like stepping inside, it's very loose. It's a badly tied knot. It's really bad. And it's like one of those things where they were maybe bickering through it and just kind of being like, well, like one of like the Warforged was like, why don't we do this every time? Why are there sometimes where we break people's legs? I don't get that part. I don't understand that part. And it's like, well, sometimes you have to do, well, some people aren't as agreeable.
They moved her to a storage facility on the west side, where their tabaxi head honcho came and made their intentions known. She knew what Setlali was, and was not happy to see her in Tarrow. Pressing her for information on the Yuan-ti, Setlali willingly complied, having no love for her own people and hoping to solve any tension between the two of them. Unfortunately, the tabaxi did not see things the same way, and Setlali made her escape. A mad dash through the west side led her to the top of one of the buildings, the tabaxi right behind her. Seeing no other choice to stop the conflict, Setlali fought back. It was a close bout, but in the end, Setlali proved victorious, sparing the life of her enemy and taking a long route back to the Crooked Raven to lay low with her friends. And now, you're all caught up. What other stories have been happening around Tarrow while these two were gallivanting around? How does Cindric know about the mansion? What will happen with the Tabaxi Ruffian? The answers may come in time, here on The Natural Ones.